The reason is U.S. government, when they created the E2 visa program, they want to make sure the foreign citizen entrepreneur is investing the appropriate amount of money to ensure the success of the business. So every kind of business requires a different amount of investment capital to make successful. So like, for example, a low-cost service business doesn't know nothing expensive to buy. Let's say, for example, like a cleaning business. It's just a service business. So you don't need to invest millions of dollars. Maybe a low six-figure, 100,000 would be more than sufficient to capitalize a low-cost service business or like a consultancy business. But like if you were to start up like a restaurant or a factory where you have lots of expensive machinery, kitchen equipment, and everything, you might need multiple six figures to qualify because that's what's necessary to start up that kind of business. That's why
Right.
U.S. government intentionally did not specify a dollar amount because no dollar amount is going to be appropriate for every kind of business model. So basically, U.S. immigration, they put the burden on the applicant to present the investment amount. Basically, they're saying you need to invest the right investment amount to ensure the success of the business. The amount that's going to cover all the necessary startup costs or acquisition costs, plus a healthy amount of working capital reserve. Because they know with each business, sometimes it takes a while to become profitable, or if there's a downturn, you might need to have some cash reserve, what we call working capital reserve. So they want to see a healthy working capital reserve so the business looks financially healthy. So basically, they want the applicant to present to the immigration officer, here's my investment, here's my business. My investment is more than sufficient to cover everything necessary to make my business successful, to start up or to buy it. And then the immigration officer will make the individual judgment as to whether your investment is adequate. So that's a really long answer. Let me give you the short version of that. So over the years, 24 years I've been practicing E2 visa law, I realized that nebulous answer is not very comprehensible to a lot of people. So here's a short of it, okay? I recommend at least 100,000, even if it's a very low cost service type of business. The reason is, even though below 100,000 could qualify, and I've gotten as low as 35,000 qualify for E2 visa, that 35,000 case, I told the client it was going to be hard. I'll do it, but that's all he had. He's like, Bobby, I'm going to roll the dice. I don't have a penny more. That's all I got. And I understand the risk. And we got it approved, but that was tough. There was RFE, back and forth. Officer was very doubtful. So it's possible under 100,000.
Okay.
And but I've noticed, especially for a startup, if it's below six figures, they're very doubtful because we don't have a history of profits, employees, and financial performance, and they're looking at the future potential. And they seem to be, most of them seem to be less willing to take that leap of faith on the potential success if the investment capital is well below 100,000. So I recommend just simple, at least 100,000. It might need to be more if the business actually requires more.